Hey Crock Posse, Aunt Lou here, and today we are going to be making crock pot cheesy beefy mac casserole.
Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun.
You didn't tell me that part.
Oh my goodness. Common sense, man. Common sense.
Hi, welcome back to another edition of Cooking Chris's Dishes with the good old boy.
And Aunt Lou.
And today we're going to be making what?
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 Crock pot cheesy beefy mac.
Y'all like
casserole.
Hamburger Helper? Well, this is like Hamburger Helper, only better.
Next
You
level.
know? Yeah. Here, just in case y'all missed the glove.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. We'll just put him up here. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You're like, only better.
There we go. All right. So what do we need to put this cheesy beefy mac together, Aunt Lou?
You need a cup and a half of milk. You need 2 cups of uncooked pasta, so that's what you start with, and you're going to cook it to al dente. So you want it chewy. You don't want it crunchy, but you want it chewy, because it's going to cook a little bit more in here. You need a half a cup of melted butter. You need a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, and around here we use the freeze-dried garlic. So this is 2 cloves of garlic minced.
Or we use 2 tablespoons, but again, we like it a garlic.
And then 2 to 3 pounds of ground beef, just browned up, and then a 16-ounce block of Velveeta or processed
They call it a processed cheese. Processed pasteurized cheese.
There we go.
As far as your ground beef, you can just brown up your ground beef, or you could use our Make Ahead ground beef. I'll put the link down below for that. And so while you're putting this stuff together, I'll start chopping this up. How big do you want these cubes?
It depends. Like, if you need this to get done faster, then you would do smaller cubes.
Do smaller cubes.
But the also I want to make note that this is either the small block of Velveeta or half of the big block, because the big block is 32 ounces, and the small block is 16. So you can either do half of the big, or you can do a small block. Just
or if you've got a 12-quart casserole or a 12-quart slow cooker, you can always make a double batch. But who in the world's got a vat for a slow cooker? If so, I want one. I'll cut these up in little pieces.
Oh, and something else. Okay, you know, there's a big debate. Do you, what Chrissy and I call pre-chew your ground beef, where you cut it up really small, or do you leave it in bigger chunks? And normally I am on the bigger chunks team. However, with this recipe, I have found that I like it with smaller, because it lets the beef, it lets the beef get mixed up with everything a little bit better, distributed better.
So this is pretty much, once you get everything prepped between your al dente pasta and your ground beef, it's just dump it, drop it,
stir it, and go.
And then the one thing is when you're putting this in your slow cooker, this is a 3 to 4 hours on low recipe. You also want to make sure that you stir this in, because this is going to melt, but you also want it to mix.
Well, you want it to...
Did some of it go on the floor?
Yes, it did.
Oh, that's Octavius's piece right there. He'll get that in a minute.
You want it to mix, and also, you know, if you've ever used Velveeta in a recipe in a crock pot, you know that if it gets stuck to the side, like, it's just this nasty little mess. So you want to keep that from happening.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that sticking to your crock pot.
I would recommend also, whenever you put your Velveeta in, to not just dump it, to kind of sprinkle it in, so you don't have to
You didn't tell me that part.
Oh my goodness. Common sense, man. Common sense.
Was that in the blog post? I don't see it right there.
Oh my goodness.
What that?
Ooh.
You know what? The other thing is, you might want to use...
Spray this, because anytime I use...
a stronger spoon.
Maybe. Anytime you use cheese in a crock pot, I highly recommend spraying it. And this one is not a non-stick one, so definitely...
Get that off the floor, too. I don't see Octavius down here, and I don't want to stomp on that.
Yeah, that would be kind of gross.
Sorry, buddy. You'll get some cheese next time.
Okay, and also I've used a casserole crock to do this, and a 6-quart. I have never used a 5-quart, so cross your fingers.
Sometimes you gotta make do with what's in your kitchen and what's clean right now, so we're gonna use the 5-quart and see. So
okay,
I think it's gonna work. Maybe
Is it
either
gonna
that or it's
fit?
gonna go all over the front of Aunt Lou.
Woo!
Look at that. It's just perfect down there.
We got it. Okay.
Now simply
So we're gonna
put a lid on it.
we're gonna put that. There we go. And this, it just has a nice garlic flavor to it from the garlic.
What about salt and pepper? I didn't notice any salt and pepper in there.
I'm getting ready to sneeze, so just hold it.
Aunt Lou's getting ready to sneeze, so everybody on the count of 3 say, "Bless you, Aunt Lou." 1, 2, 3. Bless you, Aunt Lou. You're making a face. Are you gonna?
Okay, I think it's passed.
You ever want to see what Aunt Lou looks like right before she sneezes?
I didn't think it needed any salt or pepper.
Okay.
Like with the garlic and the cheese and the beef and everything, like we didn't add any to ours, but I mean if you want to, you can salt and pepper to taste.
This is more of it's gonna be creamy. It's gonna be milky.
Oh, it's so good.
It's comfort food. So we're gonna set this on low for 3 to 4 hours. When we come back, we're gonna eat it and show you just how good it is in 3, 2, 1. And the time is up, and it's time to check on our beefy back.
And I did stir this a few times. Are you ready?
I'm ready. So you get it all stirred up and all that cheese melts down in there.
Now I will tell you, like whenever this like cools down, it gets a lot thicker.
Yeah.
And so like if you have leftovers, then like just give it a splash of milk whenever you heat it up, and it's perfect.
Now, another thing is, when that goes to cool down, you definitely want to take it out of there because with Velveeta it will stick, and once Velveeta sticks, it's not hard to clean off. It's just not fun to clean off.
No.
So let's see how we did.
It's gonna be hot.
You smell like garlic.
Well, you did put extra garlic in this.
You're absolutely right, and I'm not just saying that because I went. But when you grind that beef up more, when you make it finer, it spreads out through the dish.
It's perfect.
And it gives it, well, beefiness. But then you got those cheeses, and you've got that milk and that evaporated milk, and it's really, really creamy. And then that garlic has just got a tone right over across the top of it. You're absolutely right. I'm a salter. I'm definitely a salter. I would not put salt on that.
I was gonna say it has enough flavor.
Yeah.
Like usually you use salt to help bring out the flavor, but with this, there's just the right amount of garlic where it gives you that pop of flavor, but it's not overpowering, and you know.
And you got salt in the cheese. That cheese has got salt in it, so really that's all the salt you need. If you want to put salt in it, I'm not going to judge it. I wouldn't though. That's perfect.
Just like me.
There's a reason she works for recipes.crock.com, because that is fantastic food. That is something I like, and we hope that you will like it too. In fact, if you do, give us a like down below on this video. Also, if you have not become a member of the Crock Posse, click the little subscribe button down below, and boom,
Join
you're a
us.
member. Also, click the little bell next to it called the ding-a-ling, and we'll let you know as soon as we put up a new video.
He always lets me
Hey,
say ding-a-ling.
click the
Ding-a-ling.
and we'll let you know as soon as we put up a new video. And also, y'all, whatever you do, laugh often
Eat good food.
and speak life.
Bye.
Bye. Give me that.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon